One of the more persuasive influences that affects new car buyers today is perceived quality. The way a car looks, its fit, finish, and attention to detail. We've built in that quality in the '82 Cavaliers, using some of the most advanced automotive technology in the world today. The use of silicon bronze in key areas for smoother metal finish. Ultrasonic weld testers. Without damaging the integrity of the weld, the high echo reading assures that the weld is right. Advanced technology in a portable, highly accurate system, and only at General Motors. Exclusive gamma ray inspection, combining computer radiation detector sensors and radiation source to instantly identify if a part that's hidden from view has been installed properly. As if all this isn't enough, there's a final check. Robot-manipulated laser optic probes, a device that actually sees. It checks up to 12 body openings, including windshield, back window, doors, trunk lids. One more example of GM's commitment to quality. New improvements in corrosion protection. More plastisol, a clear protective sealant. Over 7 inches high along the full sides of the Cavalier for added protection against road debris and stone chips. 3 coats of a richer formula paint are applied uniformly over pre-coated metals, and only after the full body is assembled, all but eliminating any chance of color mismatching. We've implemented all this innovative technology for one reason only. For you, our customer, the one who appreciates the value of these benefits. But Cavalier's quality goes much deeper than what you may see on first inspection. Cavalier has deep down built-in value that can only be appreciated when you get behind the wheel. So let's hear what Bob Bondurant, one of the world's foremost drivers and head of the Bob Bondurant School of High Performance Driving, has to say about Cavalier's ride and performance.
In today's driving, I feel that the Cavalier has all the power you really need. Engineers have made a nice balance of road handling, feel, you get driver feedback. The powertrain on it is such that you have enough acceleration to take care of your passing situations, yet you still get good fuel economy. You're driving a car that has rack and pinion steering, which is a nice positive quick steering. It steers nice and easy, but you get the road feeling. And if you notice also that the car is tracking right where you're placing the front tire, the rear wheels will pass right by the same spot. When you get ready to go through some corners and get out and really drive it, you don't have hardly any body roll, which is very unusual for an American car. You go through the corner and it's nice and flat, and the rear wheels track right where you point the front wheels. In other words, it'll just track right on around the corner for you, nice and easy. And doing it stop. Just squeeze the brakes on nice, brings the car right to a halt. It doesn't require a lot of pressure, but it doesn't have the super sensitive pedal that a lot of the power brakes have. Yeah, I've had the Cavalier out on the test track and put us through its paces, and it works very well. But let's take it out in the real world on the surface streets and see how it works. When we come onto a freeway entrance, you have plenty of acceleration. It shifts down to second gear when you step on the gas, and it gives you enough torque and power and acceleration to get up to speed and blend in with traffic. When we're going down the highway and you go past a big truck, a semi-truck and trailer, for instance, the car is nice and stable. But when you go to park it in parallel park like this, the window space is nice, you can see around you, and it's very easy to park. This is where your power steering does come in handy, and you just slip it right in. It's very easy.
The 1982 Cavaliers. Cars that not only have perceived quality, but also under-the-skin value that can be proven. Cavalier, a complete car from A to Z. The 82 Cavalier is like no other Chevrolet before it. It's the most complete car we've ever introduced. From A to Z, it's got what today's buyers demand in a car. From aerodynamic styling to a dual diagonal braking system, from a list of more than 40 standard features to quality fit and finish, from maneuverability to zinc-rich pre-coated metals, Cavalier has it all. Cavalier as the complete car is more than a heady advertising slogan. We know Cavalier has what new car buyers want because they told us so. In a consumer ride and drive activity held prior to announcement, participants included import owners and intenders. They compared the Cavalier with its foreign and domestic competition, including Honda Accord, Ford Escort, Datsun 310, and Dodge Aries. That's some stiff competition. Through extensive interviews before and after participants looked at, drove, and evaluated the Cavalier, we identified the A through Z qualities that are most impressive and important to consumers. The qualities that make Cavalier a complete car. In presenting the Cavalier to your prospects, there are four major areas to focus their attention on. First, the exterior styling, fit, and finish. Second, point out Cavalier's high level of standard features by using the price label. Third, the interior roominess, comfort, luxury, and cargo room. And fourth, demonstrate Cavalier's ride, handling, comfort, and performance. Obviously, these are the qualities you'll want to point out to each of your prospects. Now, this program will focus on how to do just that, presenting and demonstrating Cavalier as a complete car by building a structured walk-around presentation and making an effective demonstration ride. Beginning with the exterior, we asked the participants about Cavalier's styling, fit, and finish.
I like the styling of the Cavalier and also the two-tone paint job.
I never noticed any irregularities when I went around it. I mean, everything looked very good.
The Chevrolet was an outstanding car. I knew that from when I first stepped into it. It was easy to get into. The door closed, nice and solid.
The image it conjured up to me was it is a smaller sized Impala or Classic.
Cavalier's excellent styling was brought up again and again during our interviews. It's a point you should make immediately with prospects. Talk about the styling, the European flavor, a result of its sloping hood, narrow grille, rectangular headlamps, roofline, and rear-end treatment. Mention that aerodynamics played a major role in Cavalier's design. Hurricane-force winds of 100 miles per hour helped shape it so that wind resistance and air turbulence are reduced, which means added mileage. Show your prospect up close the excellent fit of Cavalier's sheet metal, the fender to hood fit, the door seams, and trunk, all the result of quality manufacturing and assembly processes. Review the quality story to familiarize yourself with these points and make it a part of every sales presentation. You can also demonstrate the quality fit. Ask the prospect to close the door using only one finger and tell him to listen to the sound. Take a coin, such as a nickel, and run it along a seam to show Cavalier's consistent tight tolerances. Draw your prospect's attention to the car's luxurious finish, a result of refined processes and richer paint formulas usually reserved for more expensive cars. Mention also that the Cavalier receives 31 anti-corrosion treatments, more protection than any Chevrolet before it. And a 3-year GM perforation from corrosion limited warranty backs it up. Throughout your walk-around, stress the quality that's so obviously built into each Cavalier. Another essential point to discuss with prospects is Cavalier's long list of standard features. Here is where Cavalier really stands out as a complete car.
Well, the Cavalier had just about everything you could want for standard equipment. It appeared to me that the standard equipment would cover just about everything that most people would want.
I think it's a product of the rethinking in the automobile industry, and particularly in General Motors in the past few years, that they've been able to downsize cars and yet retain those qualities we've all grown accustomed to.
Cavalier's long list of standard features makes an attractive package, especially for import owners and intenders who are accustomed to a fully equipped car. One of the strongest point-of-sale selling tools you have is Cavalier's price label, which lists all of its standard features. Now, this is an essential stopping-off point on your walk-around. Spend a few moments and read the list aloud to make the impressive point that the base Cavalier is a complete car, just as it is. And when you're discussing the price label, don't forget to point out the estimated mileage for Cavalier. At this point, find out what competitive models your prospect is considering and compare them with the Cavalier in terms of standard features and EPA figures. With many competitive cars, you'll have a strong price-value story with Cavalier. And utilize the information contained in the Cavalier Competitive Comparison Disc. Let your prospects know that the CL model includes even more features that are usually extra cost on other cars. Items such as sport mirrors, tinted glass, power steering, AM/FM radio, intermittent windshield wipers, and custom interior. They add even more value now and most likely at trade-in time. Be sure to inform customers of the wide range of options available for both the base and CL models. You may want to show them the options module on disc side 1, especially if the car you're presenting is not equipped with options they may be interested in. Suggest those that go with the model you're presenting, such as F41 Sport suspension for the hatchback, air conditioning, tilt wheel, and automatic speed control for prospects who will be taking long trips or using the car for highway driving, and upgraded sound systems for prospects who have stereo in their present cars. A third area to cover on a walk-around is Cavalier's passenger and cargo room, along with its interior comfort and luxury.
The Chevy I drove met my requirements very well. The seats are adjustable to where I could really see as well as reach the pedals as I was driving.
I thought the comfort of it, as far as the leg room, the head room, and general overall comfort, was excellent.
Well, the front seat, I don't know if it's some kind of special seat, but usually I'm 6'5", and when I get in the car, my knees are up around my neck when I'm driving it, regardless of the size. I've been in big cars. It's just hard to drive in a long trip. That one seemed to have support under the legs, and I didn't have the rock in the back of in my back as I drove it. I think I could drive that one 400, 500 miles would be very comfortable.
Well, I thought the instrument panel was beautiful. It's the most clear, concise one I've ever seen on a car.
Well, when we go on vacation, it has plenty of room for that. And when I buy groceries, it fills up my Honda, so that has plenty of room now.
Cavalier's interior makes an impressive contribution to its complete value story. Its roominess, comfort, and luxury features on sedans and coupes. Be sure to explain that the 13 cubic feet trunk area is more than provided by Datsun 310 and Honda Accord. And point out that the trunk is finished off with no sharp edges to damage cargo. Take your prospects under the hood to show them that the transverse-mounted engine and front-wheel drive components account for much of Cavalier's interior roominess. Point out the clean, uncluttered engine compartment that makes it easier to service and maintain. And stress that the all-new 1.8-liter engine delivers more horsepower per liter than a Porsche 928. This is a natural lead-in to a demonstration ride. Tell your prospects they must experience firsthand the features you can't show them on a walk-around. Cavalier's impressive ride, handling, and performance. The demonstration ride remains the most valuable tool you have to prove to prospects that Cavalier is all you say it is. As the salesperson, be sure you drive first to put your customer at ease and to reinforce those features you pointed out in the showroom. The front seat roominess and comfort, the attractive appointments, the color-keyed interior and cut pile carpeting. If you're driving a CL model, draw his attention again to the comfort of the special seats and how the special acoustic package is designed to keep noise out. After a few minutes, invite your prospect to drive. Pull off the road where merging again into traffic won't be hazardous and change places with him. Now you can focus your prospect's attention on Cavalier's handling and performance. With a manual transmission, point out the smooth, short-throw shifting and newly designed gear shift. Explain that the fourth gear is a gas-saving overdrive, especially important for highway driving and passing. Don't hesitate to ask your prospect to give Cavalier a real workout within the limits of the law. To demonstrate acceleration, have your prospect merge onto a freeway so he can feel for himself the smoothness and quickness of the new 1.8-liter engine. Include hard right turns and curves on your route to point out the responsiveness of rack-and-pinion steering and the anti-roll characteristics of the standard front stabilizer bar. over a rough stretch of road or railroad tracks, explain that the McPherson strut front suspension helps deliver the smooth, stable ride he's experiencing. Point out that the caster and camber are set at the factory and never need costly adjustments. And demonstrate Cavalier's impressive maneuverability in tight parking spaces. Keep in mind one important point. As new, exciting, and complete as Cavalier is, it simply can't be the answer for every prospect's needs. Some customers may need room for 5 or more passengers. They may prefer the utility of a 4-door hatchback. Or they may require V6 or V8 engine performance.